What's up? What's a colony? Come on now. What's a colony?
A colony is a place ruled. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're right.
A place ruled by someone or a group of people that it's not exactly owned by.
So you know what it is, but you're describing it terribly.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a piece of land ruled by a land far away.
Yeah. So. Okay. So
there you go.
The New England colonies.
Right.
New England.
Right. Exactly. Good job. All right. So thank you, Connor. Excellent job. You nailed it. All right. So we're going to read this. You may already know that England had 13 American colonies. I'll list them in just a minute. First, do you remember what a colony is? A colony is a place that belongs to another country. Think about a landlord and a renter. England, France, Spain, Holland, Sweden, and Portugal were all landlords in parts of America. They thought they owned the place. Then the colonists, the renters, said, "We're tired of belonging to someone else. We intend to own our own land." When that happened, there were revolutions, and the landlords were forced to pack up and go home. The east coast of North America was an English colony from 1607, when Jamestown began, until the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. Those were colonial times. It was a long time. 1776 minus 1607 is, you can do the arithmetic yourself. When it comes to families, it was about 7 generations. That means from son to father to grandfather to great-grandfather to great-great-grandfather to great-great-great-grandfather to, great 4 times grandfather. A lot of things can happen in 7 generations. So, when you read about colonial times, don't be surprised if you read different descriptions. When the first colonists arrived, there were no friends to greet them, no houses ready for them. They had to start from scratch, and I do mean scratch, as in scratching. The early colonists often had to live in huts of branches and dirt, or Indian wigwams, or even caves, and none of those places was bug-proof. And of course, they had to scratch a living out of the ground. Later colonists lived in small wooden houses with 1 or 2 rooms. Eventually, some lived in fine houses. A few lived in mansions with beautiful furniture and paintings and dishes and silver. But no one had a bathroom like you have, or electric lights, or a furnace, or running water, or kitchen appliances. And very few people lived in mansions anyway. You'll be reading about all 13 of the English colonies because they turned into the United States. To get started, we need some organization. We're going to divide the colonies into 3 groups: North, South, and Middle. Look at the map, and you'll see the New England colonies, the Middle Atlantic colonies, and the Southern colonies. You know a whole lot about New England, so here's a test. Name the New England colonies without checking on the page opposite. Connor, can you do it? What do you got?
Yes. Okay, so the New England colonies are Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Hampshire.
Great job. Did you get them all?
Oh, no.
Yes, you did. Did you goof up and say Maine? No.
Maine was a part of Massachusetts.
Right. Remember, Maine was not... You can film that.
Yeah.
Remember, Maine was not a separate colony. It was part of Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
We haven't said anything about Vermont. Today, Vermont is a New England state and a beautiful one. But it was not a separate colony. It was part of what, Connor? What 2 colonies?
It was a part of New York and New Hampshire.
Correct. Good job. Remember, don't confuse states with colonies. The 13 colonies will turn into states when the Constitution is written and our nation, the United States, is formed. All right. You already know about one southern colony, Virginia. You will learn about Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Some people call Maryland a middle colony, but I don't. Coming next in this book are the middle colonies: New York, New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. First up is New York, where the Dutch are in control. It's hard for us to realize now that tiny Holland was once a great power. The Dutch had colonies all over the world. A business firm, the Dutch West India Company, owned most of the colonies, just as Virginia and Plymouth companies owned English colonies. Jonas Michaelis came to New York in 1628. It was called New Netherland then. And the Dutch West India Company was in charge. That company had promised Michaelis a home in the New World. Here is part of a letter Michaelis wrote soon after he arrived. The promise which the Lord Master of the company had made me to make myself a home is wholly of no avail, for their honours well know there are no horses, cows, or labourers to be attained here for money. The country yields many good things for the support of life, but they are all to be gathered in an uncultivated and wild state. The Dutch West India Company made promises that couldn't be kept. The Virginia Company did the same thing at Jamestown. Those early Virginia settlers really expected to find gold on the ground. The Puritans always told the truth about their colonies, so did a man named William Penn who owned a colony. Yes, some individuals did own colonies. We'll get to William Penn and his colony when we finish with New Netherland. That small Dutch colony was just a trading post. The Dutch thought India with its silks and spices was much more important than America. But just in case America did turn out to be valuable, they decided to do some fur trading on this continent. Alright, so good job, and we'll get ready for the middle colonies. I hope you like my Mac Jones shirt I got for my birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jones.
Patriots, Mac Jones. All right, see you tomorrow. Say goodnight, Connor.
Good night, Connor.
Oh, not again.